Wow, it's really dark. Alright, well, the whole point was so you don't forget what my train of thought was. It is 4:21, heading off to bed. I was watching movies. I was watching this show called Dark. It's on Netflix. And it's talk about time traveling, and they were showing at this nuclear facility of dark matter, making it so that they could time warp through and make things change. It happened to be right near a nuclear facility. It made me end up thinking, as I'm in my bed here and trying to charge the cell phone, that the explosion that they show in this show made me think of what I saw just a week ago, a little over a week ago. There was an explosion in Russia. They not sure if it was some type of missile type explosion or what have you, but it was definitely filmed. Somebody captured it, and it was on YouTube. And the officials were trying to figure out if they were, somebody was trying to make a strike at them or not. Well, it made me think. After that, shortly we had over the weekend a 3-day type of scenario of the shooting there, the Walmart, and then that thing at the Garlic Festival, and then there was the hacking at that company, and then at the same time I found out on the 4th of August there was attempted murder over in Europe at an art gallery in London, where a 17-year-old boy threw a 6-year-old boy off from a 10-foot balcony type setting, and the boy landed 5 feet below on another setting of a balcony. The 17-year-old is obviously held and is being charged for attempted murder. So this all was going on after this explosion in Russia, like almost a week before. So it made me think, we have CERN that does a running over in Geneva, which is underneath Switzerland and Germany, and Switzerland, Germany, and part of Paris, I believe, if I got the names right, underneath. And they've been running their Hadron Collider, and they've been making statements that they're trying to open a porthole. Now, they tried back in 2009, and something went terribly wrong. Don't know all the details, but they had to shut it down because something went terribly wrong, is all that they would come out and say. But then they said at the beginning of 2019, actually beginning at the end of 2018, because I've been following them very faithfully, because I'm very concerned about that whole situation, that they were going to be trying to run it again. Well, they've been running it from the last time I can remember reading. It's been about almost 3 months. Notice that number. Well, anyway, I'm just finding it kind of uniquely interesting how the timing, CERN's running, all of a sudden this explosion, in Russia, and then shortly a week after that, we have all this shooting going on in America, and then that attempted murder over in London. So it makes me wonder, did CERN successfully open a porthole? And that's why we had that, that's why Russia had an explosion like they did near their facility. I mean, that explosion made a lot of people think that they had been having a nuclear bomb that went off. That's how bad the explosion was. I can't remember, I think it was Trumpet News on YouTube was carrying about that type of footage, and it shocked me. It scared the shit out of me, to be quite honest. So it makes me wonder, so that's why I'm saying this now. I'll probably redo this video at a different time, but I'm just doing this right now so I don't forget what was just on my mind of thinking there's a connection, and that CERN is playing a part of this as a porthole, and that maybe they succeeded, and that is why the evil has now definitely ramped up over 50 times full. And I really believe by the end of 2019, right before 2020, they're going to have a grand finale. I have a feeling that the powers that be are going to be making sure that they're having their grand entrance for us all to have to swallow. At the same time, with all this earthquake business going on, and with the ice melting near Antarctica and Greenland, and the way the earthquakes have been going on with California and throughout around the world, and the way Yellowstone is starting to uprise a little bit here and there, I wouldn't be surprised that before a war really breaks out, that America ends up having to kiss her own little butt, because I have a feeling God's going to punish us in a good old way. He's going to waken up a lot of sleepy heads, and I have a feeling that we're going to have that big earthquake like everybody's always been wondering about in California. And not only is that going to go off, I predict, or I hate to say it like that, but the way things have been going, and I've been following, my theory is after the earthquake strikes there in California, the big 10 or 9.0, I have a feeling that Yellowstone will be next right after. I have a feeling it will erupt, and we're going to have those two major things that's going to really set America right to her knees. I really do. I believe that those two scenarios is going to set America to her knees before a war breaks out. And then I believe a war will break out right after, because we'll be on our knees and we'll be vulnerable. And that's when the world of our enemies are going to come and strike. I could be wrong, and I really do hope I am. But something tells me deep down inside, I might be right. And if I am, I hope you all know the Lord Jesus Christ, because our time is really up and the end is very near. Peace out.